So we have different types of charts available in Tableau, and there are straight away direct visualizations, and there are some of the we have to go through some custom visualizations. Okay. But first of all, let's go through some of the basic visualizations like the bar graph. Okay. So to create a bar graph, you have these options, right? You can go for a vertical bar graph or a horizontal bar graph. Okay. And you can make use of entire view. But when you look into this show me option, with the regular dimensions, apart from date dimension, you don't have an option to create a line graph. You can see this is not enabled.
Yeah.
But when you use any date dimension, any of the date column, let's say order date and sales, so this almost everything is enabled. I mean, few of those are disabled, but you can see line graph is enabled, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So what my point here is, I'll come back to this to create a line graph, but what exactly the thing is. So let me duplicate this sheet. So to create in general, to create a line graph straight away, which is not possible, but you have to understand the advantage of this marks card, okay? This marks card, right? When you click on this drop down, you have some more options. But it's not directly, we cannot create a visualization from here using marks card. Let's say I'll convert into table format. And now from here, when you select bar graph, this won't work, okay? Understand, right? When you select line graph, this doesn't work here.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we have to do is, click on show me, create a bar graph first, then you come back to marks card, then you can change to line graph. Perfect?
Yeah.
Then you can convert into area graph. That will work. But first of all, what we have to do is, so you have to create a bar graph. Then, as I said, it's not a direct option. You have to go back to marks card and convert into line graph. Perfect?
Yes.
This is only for regular dimensions. For date dimensions, this is enabled. For date dimensions, you have an option. I'll come back to this line graphs and all those options. So, yeah, we have a bar graph. We can also go with the different format options, okay? But what I'm going to showcase is, even you have, with a regular bar graph, I'll showcase an example here. If you have you have sales, right? Let me duplicate, okay? I'm just showing a few of the examples, okay? It's not that much important, but try to understand. I just duplicated the sales, which is a calculation field, and I'm using minus symbol before that, which is a negative sales, okay? Understand, right? Sales, negative sales. And try to understand the data. Sales and negative sales. Just a minus symbol before that, right? Perfect. I just use minus. You can ask why you create a negative sales. Okay. So let me create a bar graph with two measures. Perfect.
Yeah.
So what exactly this visualization? So we have a negative sales, we have a positive sales.
Yes.
Exactly the replica. Or let me swap first, and let me bring this. You can change the visualization. Okay. So I'm using negative sales to the right hand side. And what exactly this kind of visualization is? Something like a shadow, right?
Yeah.
Like a shadow. So let me do that. So now understand the marks card. How many measures you have? Two measures. How many marks card you have? Apart from all, you have sum of sales, you have sum of sales copy. This is important because let me do some transparency for this. Perfect. You can see. Now you understand something like this is a building and you're seeing the replica of that in the water, something like that, right? So
Yeah.
Reflection. Okay, so I'll tell you what exactly, but this is just an example. So even, as I said, how I created, just double click on subcategory, double click on sales, negative sales, create a bar graph. This chart is called as butterfly chart. Okay. This is called as butterfly chart. But we use exactly the replica. But instead of this, let me do one example here. Instead of negative sales, if we use profit, okay, we are not getting the proper, replica, right? That is what, basically you have to showcase something like quite opposite. Let's say this is the profit, this is the discount, or this is the revenue, and this is the profit, or this is the sales, and this is the profit, opposite to that. So what I mean to say is, you have to convert into negative sales to display something like this. So you have 0k to positive and you have 0 to negative, right? So this is just an example to understand, okay, to showcase side by side. Side by side we have that, but quite opposite axis, okay? So let's say this is positive sales. Positive sales, and this is the profit we have to display. But to display profit, so the business requirement is you don't worry about the negative axis. Okay? There are other options to display profit value. Or for an example, what you have to do is, let me create a duplicate profit. Drop profit here, or not sum of profits. Drop profit copy here. Oh, it's under profit. And we have this negative values, correct? Oh, I didn't mention minus. Sorry. So go for negative value, and we have negative values. Okay, how to handle this is, which is better. We can I'll filter out to understand the data. Okay, I'll exclude this. Now you understand, right? Why I excluded negative profit is to exactly we have to get the replica of that.
Okay.
Now you can tell, you can ask, right, why we are showing only negative profit. So that's not our requirement, right? Just to display sales, and I want to display profit. So try to understand the requirement. So this is the sales is, we are getting proper sales value. But profit, in the tooltip, right? In the tooltip for profit, we are showing profit copy, okay? Remove this. Even this is for profit, okay? Remove this. This is for subcategory. And for sales, for tooltip, yeah, this is perfect. But you have all option, right? In the all option tooltip, you have everything, right? So try to remove everything from all. So now, so it's not showing up when I remove all. Okay, that's fine. So now when you drag and drop sales into tooltip, so it's not reflected here, right? You have to insert subcategory, insert sales. Now it's showing up, right?
Yeah.
I'll do the formatting, but try to understand. Okay, perfect. Now go to profit. This is negative values in general. We actually use negative profit. But what I'm going to do is, I'll drop profit, I'll drop subcategory into tooltip. I'll drop profit into tooltip. Perfect. So we have a positive profit, which is the actual value. And to get this kind of visualization, we are using negative profit. But how you can ask, like, why we are showing this axis? This is not important. You can hide. You can see, right click on header and select header. That's it. Even you can drop profit into labels. Even you can also drop sales into labels to display those numbers, which is easy, right? This looks pretty good. But why I have removed this negative values? When we convert into negative, which we have this positive values, right? So you'll get a gap. So basically, we generally, let's think about like a different case where we don't have a negative value. Then we can create something like this, which helps a lot. And even you can differentiate sales to a different color, right? And profit into different color. Perfect. This required some analysis for sure. This is not straight away, but just to understand like sales versus profit. Clear on?
No, it's clear except the tooltip. The tooltip.
Tooltip you don't do. If you understand the marks card, go to here. If you see whether you are getting proper the labels or not, otherwise insert. You have these dimensions and measures available here, okay? Got it? Anyhow, I'll come back to tooltip. Tooltip is like when you mouse over, okay? When you mouse over, you have to display those numbers. I used, you can ask like, the problem here is we are using negative profit, okay? To display something like reverse axis.
So how did you eliminate the negative values?
The three negative values. Exclude.
I applied filter, right? I excluded. When you right click and exclude, you'll get a strike option. That's not.
Okay.
But you have include values and exclude values, okay? If you do exclude, this will give you only those selected.
Okay, so if you exclude, it will only exclude the negative values.
No. I just select the negative values manually.
Oh, okay. Highlight and then right click.
You'll get an option like exclude.
Okay.
Oh, no, that is exclude. Oh.
Perfect. This is, I actually said one of the requirements. We have gone to one of the requirements. But basically, it's a butterfly chart. Okay, this is something like a butterfly chart, and Even I'll convert this into pyramid. Okay. Let's do sorting. That's it.
Oh.
Even you can increase the size. And yeah, this looks okay. I'm not saying that these are important visualizations. Let's say if you convert into line, you'll understand. If you convert into area, got it right? Anything is fine. Like anything you want to prefer it. So this is one of the customized one which we have done, because as I said, we have sales and profit. And if you want to showcase something like, I'll tell you where exactly this kind of visualization, in one of the sports, ESPN Cricket Info and Cricket, right? So if you look into a few of the visualizations, I'll tell you an example. When you go to India versus England, when you look into the partnership, okay, there are some visualizations. When you look into some of the stats, statistics, okay. So I'll tell you a few of the visualizations. You can see this one, right? It's almost okay. So now, when you look into this, like Jadeja score, his contribution is 68. Okay, you can see the thicker color in blue color, right? Thicker bar, and font is for 133. So that's the reason this bar is greater than this one, right? The light color blue. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is where their contributions. Okay, this kind of visualization where we have achieved. If you want to reduce the size of the bar, you can see. Perfect.
Yes.
Not exactly the replica, but at least you understand that the requirement, right? So the contribution between these two. So now you can see. So both were contributed 269, and Base 2 contributed 114 and Joro 149. So that kind of like the phone's contribution is something like this. So phones say this is a sales value and this is a profit value. That's what in the business we are looking at. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the best example where I just want to show.
Yeah, because the sales are usually more than the profit. Okay.
Yeah, obviously the sales should be more, right, in general.
Okay.
So there's one of the interesting visualization is like we have dual axis and a few more actually. But before moving on to even we have a waterfall chart. Okay. Waterfall methodology, right? Similar to that, we have waterfall chart. How exactly we are going to create waterfall chart is, let's see. So first of all, create a bar graph. I'll tell you a couple of times more. So here, now the importance of table calculations comes into picture. Okay. So how exactly we are going to create this waterfall chart. Anyhow, for this waterfall chart, there are a couple of important points to remember. So you have to go for basically you should have a negative sales. Okay, we already have negative sales into size. Whenever you are going to drop negative sales into size, okay, let me do this first one. So
Ramesh, let me ask negative sales. Does it mean they do not make any sales at all? Is that what it means, or
no,
in terms of records?
This is just something like we are using the comparative usage. Okay, this is not the actual one. Negative is we are converting a positive number into negative number. Okay.
You're comparing a positive into a negative, right? Just for demonstration purposes.
Yes. So I'm showing exact data. This is what I said. Positive.
The duplicate of that is fine. I get it.
Yeah.
The duplicate of the positive cell.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Fine, let's go ahead.
This is one of the important custom visualization. Okay, this is not straightforward. First of all, you have to convert into running sum. Okay, so you have a add table calculation. Do you remember like we have running total, right? Pick table calculation, running sum. Okay, whatever the order. Okay, you don't worry about the order. So convert into running sum of sales. This is the first important point. First important point is convert the measure.
What do you get running? You go into the column. Okay.
So sales, pick table calculation, running total.
Okay, right.
When you say running total, this the next one is the summation of. You are not getting in the tool. Obviously yes, it's getting in the tool. So the next one is the summation of the sum of accessories plus appliances. You know, right? What exactly related sum?
Yeah.
So now, what I'm going to do is, if you drag the sales into size, okay, So before moving on to size, I just want to showcase, I just want to differentiate. For waterfall chart, the point is first, let me give you the points here, okay? Create a bar chart. Okay. The second point is apply
Click the column.
running sum.
Running sum, yeah, from the column.
Yeah, sum of cells. Okay. Apply running sum of cells. You understand, right?
Yeah.
The third option is select Gantt bar from marks card. I'll showcase that. So what exactly the point here is, select Gantt bar from marks card. This is in the marks card. We already converted, we already applied running sum. Now click on this top. You have an option called as Gantt bar. What exactly the Gantt bar is? Wherever the the pointer, right? Wherever the bar is ending, okay? Or let's say when I select circle, wherever you have those numbers, data points, right? There you have a simple tick mark, something like a Gantt bar. We do call as Gantt chart. Gantt bar. You're getting those lines?
Okay.
The importance of Gantt bar is it takes size. Very important for Gantt bar is size. So now drop negative sales, okay? Negative sales into size in the marks card. Drop negative sales into size in the marks card. Let me drop the action here, okay? Listen. So when you drop positive sales, you can see the differentiation. Because we applied running total, it will consider the positive sales. But when you say negative sales, it goes back, whatever the measure value, right? It goes back from the running sum of total. But just remember this point, okay? Now you can see, right? What exactly the waterfall chart is like a step-by-step process, right? If you go through images of waterfall model in software development, that's it, this one. Understand, right? Which is a step-by-step process. Perfect. Requirements gathering, design, development, testing, right? We'll go through these points anyhow, as I said, the STLC process. This one. So I'll come back to this. So these are, this is the option where, negative sales you have to drop into size. If you drop positive sales, you don't get proper, the waterfall chart, okay? Drop negative sales because of the running sum. It will showcase those numbers from back, okay? So that's the of negative sales, but just remember these steps, okay? Blindly for now, at least, because I know.
Can I see that running total again? It's from this sum sales and then the drop down.
We can do that. We already have running.
Yeah. Okay.
Even
Except the negative, like the negative value that means above the waterfall state is.
So,
I don't know how it can fix it. Yeah.
What exactly I'm saying is, the running sum of these two values 274912, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sum of appliances and accessories, you're getting the running sum of sales along table down 274912. Perfect. The tooltip. When you drop negative sales, the actual appliances value, the actual sales value is 107532. Understand?
Yes.
Yes. Let me sales into labels. The actual value is 107532.
Yes.
When you use negative value, it will consider the negative axis and it will go back. That's what we have seen, right? This will go back. It will go back from where it pointed. This will display it opposite side. That's the logic we are using here. So you're not using positive sales. If you use positive,
so now,
it will capture.
so in this waterfall, is it displaying the opposite of the cells?
See, just to display those bars, okay? Anyhow, as I said, don't worry about the negative values in the tooltip. Anyhow, we are going to display the actual values if required. But we're just using. If you're worried about tooltip, you can remove this, okay?
Okay.
This is a running sum. If you need the actual sales, I'll come back to that. Anyhow, we can drop. This is a running sum, and we used to create a waterfall chart. So these are the steps: drop negative sales into size, and for a better view, something like this, which is a step-by-step process, you can explore some part of results, okay? Some part of data. So just for a better view, okay? Even you can explore few set of results. That's not an issue. And if you want to showcase the total, the running total, show column level grand totals. This is the total. You ask, right, what exactly the total value. When you remove the filter, this will give you the grand total. The running sum, right? This will give you the grand total. So what exactly the functionality of waterfall methodology is, you are going to spend, let's say this is your total salary, and how you are going to spend your total money. Let's say this is for transport, this is for medical, and this is for some miscellaneous. Okay, so you understand, right? This is for food, this is for travel, and this is for savings, this is for some insurance. Got it? So what exactly the methodology is like? The step-by-step process. Okay, so that kind of visualization is also possible by making use of this custom visualization. Perfect. Yeah. So this is where the waterfall chart, the importance of waterfall chart. And if you want to drop sales, as I said, right, drop sales into labels. If you want to showcase the actual value here.
Again, how did you get the running sum of sales display on the model? Maybe I think I didn't. One below.
This one is the grand total. Okay, analysis totals, show column level grand totals.
Okay, show column. Okay, yeah.
So I applied filter, remove the filter. This is what the actual data. Okay.
Yeah.
But I just excluded some part of data because to understand at least the step-by-step process. Okay.
So with that waterfall is we create a bar chart, then we do the running total. Then from the marks we get the grand bar. Yeah. And that's it. Okay.
Then you need to drop sales. So first you can drop sales. You'll see the difference. See, this is the positive sales.
Yeah.
But if you drop negative sales, you'll see the differentiation, the result.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mhm.
So this is waterfall chart, which is one of the important ones. And importantly, there are few other visualizations. Okay, like let me go through one important visualization. Is like we'll go through donut chart tomorrow, but we'll go through dual axis.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
More
Okay. So dual axis. What exactly the dual axis? Okay, I'll tell you the importance of dual axis, and we will repeat again. No worries. The dual axis is something to create a combination of visualizations. Okay, so how exactly the combination of visualization works is, for an example, we already gone through an example of butterfly chart or the sales versus profit, right? So we are using two measures, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And we are able to display both sales and profit. Even though we are using negative profit to display something like the opposite, right? But we used tooltip sales into tooltip to display the actual results. But what exactly the dual axis is? We can showcase one in bar chart and one of the measure into line chart. This is just an example. We have multiple combinations. Okay. So let's say if you convert into bar graph, and let's swap. Okay. What exactly you are getting? This is sales. This is profit. In one sheet, you are able to see showcase individually.
So do that again. How did you play? How did you pick the profit and the sales bar together? Sorry, I didn't.
No, I just dropped sales and profit, right? You can see. This is
okay.
go to
That's.
And
the bar. Oh yeah.
No,
this isn't vertical, but you can swap, right?
You're swapping it. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, fine.
Now, whenever you have two measures, okay?
Mm.
If you have two measures, you have an option to go for dual axis. But if you don't have two measures, you don't have an option to get dual axis.
Yeah.
Understand?
Okay, does that apply both the profit and sales?
No, you can consider any measure. It will be like both sales copy, or any measure. You'll get
It still display. Okay. First check with also the profit and see whether it display the dual axis as well.
For the first one, you don't get data set. The first, it will showcase the second measure.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
If you drop profit to right side,
For sure.
Oh, okay, fine.
so for the second measure, you'll get dual axis. If you have three measures, even you're getting dual axis, right?
Yeah. So if you have three measures from the second and third, you get dual axis.
Excellent. So I'll tell you what exactly. So even you can go for four measures. Let's say I'll do that. I'll test one of the examples. But I'll convert into dual axis. Okay. Dual axis. You'll get two axes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Opposite axis. Okay. Not like one x-axis, one y-axis. This is opposite axis. This first one. And now let's understand here. I'll remove this. Or if even you know, right, you can click here. And now you have now, as I said right initially, the mark star plays a major role. So I will, first important point is about axis, okay? The axis range is, let's say, minus 50k to 350, here 20k to 140k. This is not synchronized, right? This is not in a sync, which is important. What you have to do is right click on the right side axis. You have an option to go for synchronize, because when you look into this range, let's say when you mouse over here, this is 189k, right? Or for an example, what is this value? 114k. What exactly this value? 55. This value should be greater than this, right? If you are showing up here.
Yeah.
So the blue colored one is a profit, right? The blue colored one is a profit, which is how to record.
Orange cell.
Understand, right? This is the profit axis you're referring. This is the sales axis you're referring. One of the analysis I'll showcase is you have a drop line, okay? Right click, you can see drop lines, show drop lines. So one of the interesting points, just right space, drop line, show drop line. Drop line is equal to the axis, okay?
What is
What did you say?
drop lines?
Yeah.
okay? What does it do?
Yeah, I'll showcase that.
Okay.
Where exactly the sales axis is? It left side or right side?
It's on
Down
the
from the left.
left side.
Left, right? This is sales. This is profit.
Mm.
So when you click on this, are you able to see a line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sales? Perfect.
Okay, sales. Yeah. Can you click the blue one?
Yes. So it's not working here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, click on the blue one and then you see.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is referring to the right side axis. You understand, right?
Yes.
Now when you click on this, it is referring to the left side axis.
Left side.
cell.
And this is referring. So when you select both,
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It is synchronizing. Oh.
this is not synchronized, but what I mean to say is, if you don't synchronize, if you understand what exactly if you are referring, because this is 200k, exactly opposite axis is 80k, which is not correct.
Mm.
You understand, right? So what?
Yes.
That's the option I have shown, the drop lines. But when you right click, you have an option to go for synchronize axis. Now when you sync, this axis 300k and here is also absolutely same, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Now the axis is synced. Now you don't worry about drop lines. You don't worry about drop line.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh my god, I think I kind of missed you guys.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now you don't go for, you don't want to showcase in bubbles. You have this marks card, right? Sales and profit. For sales, come back to this drop down, convert into bar graph. Perfect. For profit, come back to this drop down, convert into line graph. And if you think orange color is dominating, try to.
No.
Sorry.
How do you get the bar graph? Sorry, I didn't get to see how you converted the sets into bar graph.
So let me convert synchronize axis. This is the marks card, right? This is for sales and this is for profit, right? Go to sales, not all.
Okay.
Go to sales, drop down, click on bar.
Oh, okay.
Profit, drop down. We have circle, convert into line. For sales, the orange color is dominating. I'll do some transparency. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can see the combination of bar and line graph. You don't want to showcase the axis, okay? You can hide this. Show header, unselect header. Even you can also hide this, unselect header, not required. Right? And for the line graph, there are options. Click on color. You'll have these markers just to get some pointers, okay? Pick pointers, you can see these dots. And even you can increase the size of the line. But it's not
Yeah, you think.
and if you want to reduce the size of the bar, you can do that. Perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe the pointers, please, just those pointers. How you...
Go to line color, you have markers.
Oh, okay, markers, okay.
See, there's a difference now, you can see.
Okay.
I'll tell you a few more points, basically, in the next class with combination of dual axis. But this is visualizations plays a major role, as I said, right? So,
Ramesh, if you could please share that workbook.
yeah, I'll do that right now.
And did time change? It's showing 7 o'clock on your side.
I asked, right? So, probably in the last week, the daylight got changed.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking if it changed here. So you meant it changed there.
No, basically, it won't change here. It's there actually. So, the differentiation we can see from your side. But I'm not sure whether you're aware of that.
Oh, yeah, I changed in March.
Oh, okay.